Coming off a really good outing in Minnesota, Lyles' first pitch is fouled away by 84 for the Orioles, 39-44, and the Angels 38-45. And a couple of strikes on a little bit since then. Most of this year with the Cubs. And VR will take a curveball from Lyles. Tied for 5th in walks. Not great with runners in scoring position, though. And the Angels also lead the majors by a wide.
They are not swinging it well right now, but certainly the pieces are in place for that offense to get going.
There's a jam shot. VR loops it in between Odor and Santander. And Jonathan VR starts the series with a single in front of Mike Trout. Last time, 6 1/3, 1 run. And now Mike Trout, a first pitch fastball. And the Angels have struggled mightily on fastballs of late. Right down the middle and popped up right to Santander. Good news coming off an extraordinary June and starting an amazing July. Ohtani in his last 5 starts. 5.
Yeah, I mean it's stuff we have never seen before. But he's scuffled a little bit as of late, like this entire team has.
We'll take a 4-pitch walk. And Ward takes a fastball down the middle. Well, the production drops dramatically after him. 0-2. One and two. That breaking ball just misses. For Lyles, been a terrific start against the Twins.
Just effort to get the ball on the inside part of the plate to right-handers and then open up that slider on the outside part. His last 3 starts have been quality starts.
From 0-2 to 3-2, playing a single for VR. 3-2. Ward will drive one into left field right at Hayes. And there is the second out as Hayes throws in a one-hopper to third, and VR holds at second. It's a little down to Jared Walsh for ball 1.
What did was it 30th round?
39th.
39. Yeah. I saw him at the University of Georgia, and he was just a play pro ball, but I don't think anybody saw this kind of production coming.
That one skips away from Rutschman. VR will take third.
From third base.
10-game suspension. That is a little bit off. So anything that has been, and he'll face Luis Rengifo. And Rengifo will hit one high in the air to right field. High but not too deep. A lot of traffic, but Lyles escapes it and throws up a 0 in the first. Mr. McDonald.
It fits the flat tops just right.
Now this is not a custom floppy hat made to the flat top. It simply fits all hairstyles.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
This was before the game. You see what you can do with a floppy.
All the boys had their
wide brim, good sun coverage. Tomorrow's T-Mobile coverage cam undoubtedly. 2-1 for Michael Stefanik. Angels second baseman hooks a slider to third. Grabbed there by Arauz, whose throw is on the money.
Up runs any day of the week, so I think he feels pretty fortunate, and I think he feels like maybe he's figured some stuff out mechanically. 4 runs on 1 swing right there, but sometimes that gives you a little bit of confidence to start figuring it out.
It has a season ago at Oriole Park. Remember the series last year was in a game started by Shohei Ohtani. Marsh drills one right center field, and Mullins has to sprint over to it. He'll play it cleanly and hold Marsh to a 1-out single. Here's a better breaking ball. Another breaking ball and another strike. 17 years later. Little tapper there. That's a foul ball. What was your biggest tonight at Camden Yards? Orioles and Angels. Runner on the move as Rutschman throws on Marsh into center field. It skips away from Odor, and Brandon Marsh with a stolen base. He'll advance to third on a tailing longest win streak in 2 years if they can pull it off. Suzuki will flail and knock a breaking ball out. On 1-2, throw another good one. A little bit further down this time to strike out Suzuki.
Yeah, that's a difference maker right there. Boy, worked.
Number when you think about it as a collective offensive team, though. Here's a bunt from VR with 2 outs. Lyles will throw him out at first. Tried to bring in Marsh with a surprise single, and Lyles was in that span.
Yeah, and look, that's without John Means, without Kyle Bradish. The Orioles have done it, and that's what the big difference for the Orioles this year has been on the bump. Both the relievers and the starters have been outstanding to this point. You know, and when you got the bullpen throwing like they have been throwing, it gives you confidence as a starter, you know, and Jordan Lyles has kind of led the way for runs or less. Kramer and Austin Voth has had some nice moments too.
There's tomorrow's starter Wells on the right. Yesterday's starter Spencer Watkins on the left. Count against Jordan Lyles. And Trout takes a high strike eventually.
Ball hitter than a high ball hitter.
And on 3-2, a high fastball shot foul.
And talking to some of the Angel guys.
On 3-2, a low fastball fouled away.
That's very rare for him. 7 consecutive punch outs.
A 3-2 breaking ball popped up. Odor with a long back pedal and eventually a catch near the hip. Other versions of the Hawaiian shirt in the crowd. This is a really nice one. Clean orange and white design. There's Ohtani, who takes strike 1.
Two really good changes.
1-2. Another one. Orioles handled Ohtani very well in their series in Anaheim earlier. And Lyles finds a 5th 3-ball count in the first 12 hitters. And Ohtani hits one bouncing off the mound to Mateo. A super bounce.
It benefits Jorge Mateo, just kicks straight up.
6-3 in the scorebook. An assist to the old bump. Strike to Taylor Ward. His first 1-2-3 inning.
Suzuki.
A 111 6 days before that in Chicago. On a 2-2, it's yanked foul. Ward around 20 pitches per inning so far tonight. And Ward will serve one the other way. Toward the right field corner. It's into the corner deep, and Ward is going to stop at second. Decided to stop right there. About a league average hitter this year. Only his 15th walk in that first inning in terms of plate discipline.
Yeah, Walsh had that big year.
Lyles on 2-0. 2-1. 99 home runs in these spots.
Now, runs have been hard to come by for the Angels, especially cold at the same time. About Walsh, Trout, Ohtani have all gone cold at the same time, and that's
3-2. Jordan Lyles, Jared Walsh, and we'll do it again. Ahead of Oakland. A ground ball here that is just foul from Walsh, and another will be Lyles' 29th of the inning, and there will be a 30th. Another 3-2. That is going to do it. And a good kick up off of Rutschman's body right in front of him to a.
Will it be the draft of Adley, Gunnar, or both?
Well, right now a fly ball from Rengifo. Mullins on the run. A fabulous play. He didn't even have to go into a full dive. Just one pitch, one out. That's lovely. Stefanik takes the ball. I want to go back. He's been the headliner the last couple of years. We've been hearing from more and more folks this year at the big league level, and that was confirmed by the folks in the know that put together those prospect rankings for Major League Baseball, as Santander calls off Odor late. Number 5
as well. So I look for something similar possibly in this year's draft too. Maybe you take a guy that most people, maybe one we look back on maybe 4 or 5 years now and say, you know what, the first pick was nice and it's going to be a nice big leaguer. College bats, and he likes bats over arms like most people do early in the draft. But I feel like because of some injuries to some of the health, I think people are excited about where his health is, and I feel like he's all of a sudden back into the mix somewhere around 33.
Deep to center from Marsh, and Mullins flags down another. Bookend grabs and center. Didn't feel like you could train that out of you no matter how much you tried?
Yeah, I mean, you even know sometimes where the middle infielders are because you turn around and look and you say, okay, if I get a comebacker in my direction, I'm going to let it go so they can turn a double play, and the ball comes back at you and it's just something. Think fast enough.
Lyles gets a high strike to Kurt Suzuki, the Angels' number 9 hitter. And Suzuki lofts one to the left side. Jorge Mateo out number 1. That's Saturday, August 6th.
That's a good changeup.
He's thrown 80 pitches.
What is what you get from a 12-year MLB veteran, right? Guy's been around the block making his 190 out and compete and give your team a chance. And he has done that so far.
VR with a rocket into right center. And Jonathan VR is 2 for 3. That will extend the inning for one Mike Trout. 2011. There's a good slider from Lyles. It's a good life lesson for younger players. This one is rocketed to left field. Hayes back on it. Hayes makes the catch. Braced himself for the wall too, as Austin Hayes takes away extra bases from Mike Trout. We're thrilled to have Hayes back there. Here's Ohtani. He goes the other way. Hayes will have another shot, and he makes this one on a fly ball tracing toward the corner and in base. And here is Jordan Lyles with a 4-run lead. And there is a strike to Taylor Ward. Third starting pitcher cliche. And you apply it to what Jordan Lyles has done because it's true. 0-2 for Ward. Pretty veteran, knows how to pitch, all that kind of stuff.
Well, these are the outings, believe it or not, for a starting pitcher. That a bit more, and you got to figure out ways to get guys out. This when you lean on your experience, and the fact that he's been around so much, 12 years. It's an old school approach for him. You know, I mean, we're getting to an era now where, you know, it seems like we're starting pitchers are being.
And he struck him out on a high fastball.
Well is retired the first batter of every inning. He's done it 5 of 6 innings now. Only Jonathan VR, who led the game off with a single, reached.
1-0 for Walsh. To the right side, and Odor. 2 up, 2 down to the 6th. Well, for Lyles, there have been a couple of trouble spots this year.
8 starts and has an ERA north of 7 coming in this game against the Angels. So
on the first pitch each of his first 2 times. We'll take one here. You know what's so interesting about this? Lyles only has 1 swing and miss on a fastball, and yet, despite the pitches. And the 100th tonight is about as good as any game. And Brett, Jordan Lyles is not done yet. 101 pitches in. Michaels to go to the dugout, shake hands. I imagine Jordan Lyles is pretty feisty in that Orioles dugout. To
outs. He may get to complete this inning here.
2-0 breaking ball to the 7-hitter under Brandon Hyde to go 6 innings and 4 straight starts. Means and Cashner the others as Stefanik launches one to left center. One hop to the wall, and it will be Hayes to take it eventually away from Mullins. Stefanik pumps the brakes at second with a leadoff double.
Well, Brandon Hyde and the Orioles, I mean.